So Pokemon Legends Z has been announced, so let's go ahead and watch through the trailer and then go ahead and see if there's anything that you might have missed. So it does go ahead, and if you first see here, you see some black bars on the side. That is actually a different aspect ratio typically, as in an old TV used to do that because 16:9 was not standard. So you could actually go ahead and guess that this is a past form that eventually does expand into a full form. If you see that it does go into the full frame there, that's actually a little touch that might add to a little bit being a new futuristic game. And right here, playing as the Pikachu, just a quick check, is the synchro machine from the Indigo disc of Scarlet and Violet. You get to essentially be one with your Pokemon, which allows you to run around as them. That might be what this Pikachu is doing, being another use for that or not, but we do get to see that the whole town becomes futuristic and like gridded off, like high tech, like Tron. This definitely reminded me of Tron. And then we get to see the full map, which we're speculating is the entire playable area of the game. So Lumos City in a super fancy design. And then if you look, you can actually see a symbol up here in the top. I'm guessing that's going to be the champion or the league of sorts for the game. Essentially the gym leaders and tower you need to go through to beat. I'm guessing that's what this is because it does play along at the beginning as well. Then we get to see some good color change with the Z, which probably Zygarde and -A. So typically right here is another catch. Z to A is kind of like the alphabet A to Z, but in reverse. What I love about this is at the beginning of the trailer, you get to see the small aspect ratio, and then it goes big, which typically you start at A and go to Z, which is typically from beginning to end, as in progressing, getting better. Typically that's how the line goes, but now we could be going from the end, the future, to the beginning and time traveling. Legends Arceus was the beginning with Sinnoh, being the beginning of time with Dialga and all of them. Scarlet and Violet was the present, and then Pokemon Zygarde or Pokemon Z, Legend Z, is the future. So the end. This could be the three games being on the same timeline and playing through at different times. And then we do go ahead and see it's Pokemon 2025 worldwide. And what is driving a lot of people crazy is the mega symbol. The mega's coming back is insane, but let's go over some little things that you might have missed. But besides the things that we did go ahead and point out, let's go ahead and go over some things that we could definitely see coming. Flabébé had its own form that we never actually had access to, and this could be the game that answers that question. We end up seeing in an opening shot, floating around some tables in an all pink. It's not showing color, but it's in pink, and we could be getting that alternate form, which would put an end to that storyline. But then Furfrou does show up in quite a few different places, and it does go ahead and it could have its own new style, since it is the style Pokemon. Like the Flabébé had its own thing, and it's in the same shot as the Flabébé. Furfrou could easily have a new style, because we do already see the matte round form, the diamond form, and the dandy form already just in this first trailer. Could be hinting at something for it being in so many places. Something else that could be interesting is in Pokemon Legends Arceus, we had to find wisps in Legends Arceus, you had to find wisps to go ahead and collect them all to go ahead and get your encounter and then unlock them so we could do mass outbreaks. What could be taking place here is if this is only in the city, because it is kind of speculating that we're only going to be playing in the city, but have lots of roads and lots of corners we can go ahead and check. Legends Z could be having Zygarde cells. We could be collecting cells to go ahead and obtain our new Zygarde form, because Zygarde could be a huge play here, being a Pokemon Z game, having new forms, an alternate form, a final form, collecting the cells that we need to do to go ahead and acquire those forms. But then we did see the mega symbol at the end, which for a Legends Arceus game, we don't get our typical starters. So you could be thinking, like in Legends Arceus, we didn't get our normal starters for the region. They're going to go ahead and give a starter a Mega, another starter set a Mega, which Sceptile, Blaziken, and Mudkip already have theirs. Venusaur, Charizard, and Blastoise already have theirs. So far, we could be looking at some of those screenshots from the Indigo Disc and have something like a Snivy and a Totodile being able to go ahead and get a Mega form, since they showed them in pairs of 3. But then the last two things is the map. If you do look at the map, you can definitely see the main big ring, the center ring where the main tower is, and then 5 individual rings which are separated off. Looks like they're separated off from the rest of the areas, or the extra areas. We could definitely be taking on alpha Pokemon there, boss Pokemon, a gym, something along those lines to help us progress through the game, because Legends Arceus games are different than the main series, yet they are going to be changing up everything in this game, it seems. And then the last thing is Mega Pokemon are here. So we do know that Mega Pokemon are going to be prominent in this game, allowing you to Mega Evolve, getting new Megas. And the Legends Arceus game had alpha Pokemon. We could have the possibility of having overworld Megas showing up at a rare chance or something along those lines, as if they are fully unbound and don't have to actually use the Mega Stone to evolve. We could definitely see overworld Megas coming, but what do you think? If you enjoyed this one and found it interesting and are excited for the Pokemon Legends Z game, let me know in the comment section down below. Let me know which Pokemon you would like to see have a Mega Evolution added, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.